So we're here at the AVEVA UK user meeting at Twickenham. We've invited along our UK-based customers, both owner-operators and DPCs. We've got a number of presentations, both by AVEVA and by some of our customers who have come along. And one of the showpiece items of that is AVEVA Engage. This is a 3D window into our digital asset. So we've taken a whole model visualization strategy with us. So we can see the entire model right here on the Microsoft Surface Hub touchscreen. We've got intuitive touch controls, so one finger moves the model around, two fingers to pan, and then we can pinch to zoom in and out. So anyone that's used a smartphone or tablet device already has done most of the training course for this software. And because it's whole model, we can spin around the whole thing. There's no streaming, there's no buffering, there's no waiting. It's all immediately responsive to touch. But it's not just a 3D visualization platform. So every tagged item that we can see within here has information behind it. So we can tap on this, it tells me what it is, the tag number, it tells me what kind of device it is, and it also tells me that there's documents associated with this. So by tapping on that card, it brings up the attribute information that we have associated with that tag. Data coming in from multiple different sources here. And it also tells us which documents devices are associated with as well. So it's cross-referencing in the background those tags to the documents that they're included on. We can put in search parameters in here. We can search for a tag number. And the 3D model immediately spins us around to the location of that tag within the 3D. And again, we can jump into documents in here. So we filter this document list and we can look for P&IDs. And we can actually open that document from right here within the system. And what it's done here is brought me into the 2D drawing, the P&ID in this case. The red highlight tells me that that's the device I selected. That's the tag J-9002A that I searched for. But more than that, it's hotspotted the other tags that it's aware of. So these blue highlights indicate that this is also a tag that we've got information and documents associated to. If I go into split view, we can actually get the 3D view here alongside the 2D view. And this is navigable. So if I tap on one of those tags, it repositions the 3D model to show me where that is within the 3D. So we're moving from the logical 2D drawing into the physical 3D world. People start to see the power it's got behind it. When you bring the 2D and put them into the context of the 3D like we've got here, people really start to see, wow, this has got uses that we've never managed to do with 3D before. We can use 3D in places we never have before. So some of the other things we can do within the 3D environment, we've got sectioning, which lets us cut away the model. And again, because we've loaded the whole model, we can be ridiculous here and cut away virtually everything that we're looking at in the 3D. And then once we've sliced away, we can zoom in to the internals of a model, and again everything is still selectable. We've still got the data behind it, so we can drive right into the internals of the model using sectioning to really look at and explore that model. Once we're in here as well, we can also do measurement. So we get, tapping the measurement button, we get these two teardrops that we can position, and we can measure the distance between various different dimensions that I can choose now. So we can select that one. We can add another measurement point on there. We can go ground to the top of that vessel. We can select the vertical measurement on that, and we can keep building those up. And of course, we probably want to capture once we've done that, so we've got this collect function as well, which serves two purposes. So if I collect this screen we're looking at just now and go into collections, the first thing that we can do with this is it's a navigation aid. So these are all tappable. So if we tap on this, it brings us back to that point in the 3D model, or within the 2D document if it's a document that we've collected. So we can use that, say, if we are walking a line, for example, following a pipeline, following a process, we can capture certain points along it as we go along, and we can immediately jump back to them using this. The other thing we can do is copy this out to third-party applications. So we can use copy to export this out to Microsoft Word or Microsoft PowerPoint, and we can start documenting what we've been doing. We've also included a direct integration to Microsoft OneNote that lets us integrate with Office 365 in the cloud. So we can do red line markup, we can do commenting, and then we can share that with our colleagues using a Microsoft OneNote OneBook in the cloud. So one of our key principles behind this is simplicity. it has to be easy to use, and the touchscreen, the Microsoft Surface Hub touchscreen, gives us the opportunity to do that. But it's kind of at the core and within the ethos of the Engage design and throughout the entire team working on Engage that we keep it as simple as possible, so that we can get this 3D to the widest possible range of users within our customer organisations. One of the things we worked on with our customers was a proof of concept for a technology we call Visual Query. And they jumped at it. They thought, this is something that we really want, this is something that we really need. What Visual Query does, first off, it puts the model into X-ray mode, so we can see through the model. And this is important for the next step, because what we next do is colour parts of the model based on attributes associated with the equipment. So the information, the attributes that we've captured in the digital asset allow us to perform this visual querying. So we've coloured here pipelines based on their grouping. So we can see different colours represent a different group of pipelines. We can apply filters to this, so we can filter down to a specific group if we want. The potential for this is enormous. We can look at manufacturer details. So this is showing us equipment based on the vendor that supplied it. But this could be used for all kinds of data. So it could be used in design, it could be used in construction, it could be used in operations. So we could bring in operations data from live systems like SAP, like OSI, SoftPi, and we can colour parts of the model based on attributes that we can capture from third-party systems, as well as information that we hold in the digital asset.